reasoning, work ethos and management, model of management in Indian social, political environment, work ethos. These are the contents involved in it. So first let us look into professional ethics. As of now, we all know. So we all know what is profession. Profession is the thing which was extracted from the word, that means it is the continuation of the occupation. Before knowing about the profession, we have to know about occupation. What does it mean? So here occupation means which delivers important services. A lawyer, a doctor, an engineer, a teacher. So these are all the professions whichever are having important services like IAS officer, PM, CM, which have a determined responsibilities. Those kind of the things are called as occupations. Managers, assistant managers, CEOs. So whichever the work which has a determined roles and responsibilities and at the same time delivering the important services, those are called as occupations. So here that occupational groups makes a commitment to serve the public or society, we can take it as. So here it claims a special relationship to the marketplace, which is not merely in the rough and tumble. That means when it comes to trade or business, these occupations has to act accordingly. So this occupational group will make a sense of profession. So here we are talking about professional ethics. As we all know, when it comes to professional ethics, that is occupation specific or profession specific, right? So here professional ethics are a guiding principles, a few guiding principles that are to be followed by or expected to be followed by the people according to their professions. So usually these principles in any organization are termed as morals, ethics, values, policies, procedures. Okay, so similarly, these professional ethics are to be applied by the people of a related profession if they can be based on the duties and that they have to follow the skills and specific knowledge. So, what are professional ethics? Uh, every profession has its particular rules, regulation, as I said before. A person, when choosing a job or profession or an occupation, he or she has to know that specific profession in detail. What needs to be done, what needs to be followed, what needs to be believed in such a way that particular person, individual is responsible for that profession. So here ethics merely it means principles of something which is related to that profession. So in different roles, the ethics may be accordingly changed. And as per the knowledge, the ethics will be related. So how people belonging to that profession, according to that profession, the individual has to behave. So professional ethics is guidance, guiding the people while working in a particular occupation, which tells about how they have to respond, what they have to do, what they are not supposed to do while they are working. This is what the professional ethics. So, shall we discuss with an example? I would like to go with an example of doctor, usually, which is a hot topic nowadays, doctor's profession and everything. So, professional ethics, if we consider the example of doctors, their Hippocratic oath when they are taking while awarding the degree of medicine, that oath is one of the ethics that have to follow before practicing the medicine in a real time. And every ethics which differs depending on the type of profession a person has, like this, these people have to take a oath of taking before a profession. So it becomes easier when we are taking a oath. Definitely, it will become easier to understand something when somebody describes it with a commonly seen example. If we take a oath of an engineer, if it is about an engineer, so this engineer, how he has to behave. So engineers also, they must have some ethics. There are so many responsibilities they must shoulder as engineers, right? So they are the one who are building the houses, constructing the dams, constructing the highways, and some kind of the infrastructures. They have to be very honest while designing the uh, houses, dams, highways, whichever it may be. So we have a body for this National Society of Professional Engineers, which is specifically created an ethics code for engineers. So this body will make sure that engineers know about their profession in detail. They need to be honest and more responsible towards delivering their duties. And they have to be very fair, taking care of the public health. When it comes to health in sense, it's not about medication and all. When you are constructing a dam, obviously it means about the number of lives. In such a way, they have to take care of the public health and their safety. They have to have the priority as well in their professions. This is the code of principle which is followed by engineers. And if you see some legal professions, lawyer, if we can take an example of lawyers. Are you people following me? May I have a response here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. Thank you. So now we can see about legal profession, lawyers and all. So anyone, we all know most of lawyers will lie. But when it comes to reality, what exactly they have to follow? So anyone who is in this field of law or justice, it is required to be abide with the rules of ethics. So here the lawyers or anyone in the legal side, they should balance their duties to prosecute the criminals and to defend against the clients. So it should be under the obligation of ethics, which upholds the law and be truthful regarding it. So people from the legal field are to maintain the confidentiality to their clients, and they need to avoid the conflicts. So everything should be balanced between the clients and the legal issues, and they should be very honest about the duties. The most important thing is that they should not make their clients fools. If any lawyer is unable to convince their clients, then he should be dragged themselves away from the case. That is the first ethic. So we have judiciary. In the judiciary, that is mandatory to balance between the fields. So this field balance is mandatory for all lawyers. This balance is the primary principle of their profession. So a person who is involved in a legal or judicial business must defend their clients or prosecute the criminals with honesty. It is not always winning the case, but being honest with the laws is the value abide with the legal profession. They cannot force anyone to say something even if they know it's a lie, but they can make them confess the truth with tricks. This is how lawyers' professions will be having. Media professionals nowadays, we in India, we can say the media is negative media. Everything, whichever the channel that we are watching, localized channels or nationalized channels, international channels, we don't have any question, no matter it is. If we think of local channels and nationalized channels, most of the media is negativity. It is there exposing the negativity. That is what the feeling of majority of the society. So if we look into the journalism or media professional ethics. So here journalist or anyone related to the media, they has a greatest responsibility for transparency. That is the first ethic they have to follow, transparency. Whatever the news that they are delivering, they have to have a proof and continuity. So this is the first ethic they have to follow. So no one in the media should be biased regarding any happenings around the world, right? So the job of journalist is terrifying because they're always in the target. If they deliver something transparent, they will be targeted. If any journalist gives news related to criminal issues or any chance that can be harmed, right? Obviously. So, but generalists have to be very honest and unbiased while reporting the news. Any news that is about making people aware of their surroundings, therefore, the ethics in media is very crucial and is about sticking the facts instead of presenting their opinions. In short, if we can say that media ethics are all about seeking truth and reporting it. That is media ethics. So this is how, if you see any kind of the ethics, that is profession related ethics, according to profession, that ethics will be having. Such a way we do have a number of industries, organizations. It can be about medical, it can be about legal or institutional. Every company, group, or administration which has a particular code of conduct that is to be followed by the people according to their professions. This is often organized by associations that looks on the legal field or the medical field, but this helps in creating and modifying the rules. That is called code of conduct. Okay, so making rules by using a body is called as code of conduct. Even as students, you do also have some code of conducts, right? Disciplinary committees. What are meant, that means what, as student, what are the rules and regulations that you have to follow and what not to be. This is how, if we have a documentation or we have the rules, that is called code of conduct. So this code of conduct will build confidence among the people. They will know the scope. And this code of conduct also creates transparency with the clients and makes it easier to take the decisions accordingly. So any person who is unable to follow the ethics of their profession can be debarred and making them no longer practice for their businesses. Either it can be for medical, it may be for law, engineering, journalism, whatever it may be.